guys, welcome to another episode of The Vinyl Den, your channel for record collecting by record collectors. I'm Nick.
I'm Ian.
So we're at the beginning of 2024. So like we do every year, we're looking at the most anticipated albums, or at least our most anticipated albums for the year. There's a bunch of links down below. Make sure you check them out. There's links for the Vinyl Den Facebook group, for the merch page, for the Spotify and Apple Music playlist that we put together every week, and the Patreon page. So make sure you go check all that out. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give us the old thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we release episodes. So the last several years, the first video of the calendar year, we always take a look at what's coming up for that year in particular. And it's, some of these albums we talk about to end up not coming out, and some of them end up coming out and not being all that good. But it's stuff that we're really looking forward to. And, it's like I said, it's always interesting to kind of go back at the end of the year and kind of look back on this video and see what we end up liking and see if any of these end up in our favorite albums of the year. There tends to be one or two that ends up in my list every year. But I think the one album that I'm really looking forward to, and I think it's probably the one album I've got the biggest question mark about, is the new Green Day album, Saviors. It's, what day does that come out? That comes out January 19th. So be end of the month here. I've been a big Green Day fan for a long time. I was not a huge fan of
their last
Father
album.
of All. And I will say that for the longest time after Father of All came out, I absolutely hated the album. I won't say it's grown on me some, but there are some tracks that I think I'm okay with now. The more I've listened to it,
I try it every 6 months or so, and I'm not there yet.
Yeah,
but because I want to like it, I like every other Green Day album, other than that one. I just can't understand what they were going for.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Maybe that's my problem. I don't get it, but I just can't. Now that being said, the 2 tracks that they've released as singles for this new album are good. I like them.
Yeah. I think there's 3 of them that are out now.
Oh, is there a third one? I only know.
I've
about
only
the 2.
listened to the first 2 though, and I think that what I've heard of those 2 singles, I think, are better than anything that was on Father of All. That's
absolutely.
And that's why I still have a question mark about the album, but I'm still looking forward to it. I'm still anticipating the album.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the 2 tracks that I listened to. So I'm very optimistic about the album.
Yeah.
So one that I'm definitely anticipating, I don't know when it's going to come out. It is recorded. When Alice Cooper recorded Road last year, he actually was recording 2 albums at once.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And then when he recorded, when Road was released, he said the other album's done, but he wasn't going to tell anybody anything about it. So there's a kind of an air of secrecy around it. My speculation, I'm going to throw this out there. My speculation is that it could be an Alice Cooper band album.
That'd be awesome.
Original Alice Cooper band. Because all those guys have gotten back together with Alice and recorded songs on several albums in the past. They did 2 on Detroit Stories. They did 2 on Paranormal. They did 1 on Welcome to My Nightmare 2. So they've been recording.
They've rebuilt that relationship in the studio.
Right, and I don't think they ever really lost it in terms of their friendship. Just studio, like you said, kind of the studio relationship and the writing relationship. So that's my speculation. It might not be that, and it might not even be anything other than just a new Alice Cooper album, and he's just being coy. But that's my hope.
I'd love to see it as an Alice Cooper band
I think it would be great. The 2 tracks that they have on Detroit Stories are 2 of my favorite tracks on that album.
Yeah.
Because I think those 2 tracks really kind of have that old Alice Cooper vibe to them.
They do.
More so than anything he's done on his own.
Another album that's coming out in January that I'm really looking forward to is the new Alkaline Trio album. It's called Blood, Hair, and Eyeballs. I haven't been the biggest Alkaline Trio fan over the last 15 years or so, but over the last couple of years I think I've gotten a little bit more into their music, and I think what I've heard off of their new album so far I think is far and away some of the best stuff that they've done, at least over their last couple of albums. And I don't know if it's because of some of Matt Skiba's influence when he was with Blink that has kind of changed the music a little bit. I know Blink was very heavily influenced by Alkaline Trio anyway, but I don't know if he drew, some of that stuff that he had with Blink when he was there and recorded 2 albums and kind of incorporated some of that into the Alkaline Trio stuff. But like I said, the stuff I've heard off the new album, I'm just blown away by it. That album comes out, that's a January 26th release. Another album that's coming out on January 26th is Wall of Eyes by The Smile. So The Smile is a side project of Tom York from Radiohead. Their album that came out, I think it was 2022, their album came out. I was really impressed with it. I didn't know anything about it before I finally checked it out. I don't remember if it was like a Record Store Day release or there was some
I wasn't
hype around
familiar
Record
with
Store
it
Day
until
with it.
just now, so it's something I got to check out.
Yeah, I definitely go back and check it out. So that's definitely one that, is it going to be one of my favorite albums of the year? Probably not, but I really liked what they did on that first album. Hopefully it's a progression of what they did on that first album.
So the next one that I'm really super excited about is Judas Priest's Invincible Shield. Comes out on March 8th. I've heard a couple, I think they've released 2 singles off that, and they're really good. I mean, it's kind of classic Judas Priest. Their last album didn't really blow me away too much. It was a little, I don't know, there's something about it. It was good, but it wasn't great. This, I think, is kind of going to be more of a return to form for them, I'm hoping. But I'm super excited about it, and I will be picking that up when it first comes out.
Yeah. Another album comes out at the beginning of the year that I'm interested in. I'm not sure how many other people that watch this channel will be interested. I know you won't be interested in it at all. But it's a new release from Kanye West, and this is a collaboration he did with Ty Dolla $ign. It's called Vultures. Kanye West, I understand he's done a bunch of dumb things. He says a bunch of dumb things, and he's said a bunch of anti-Semitic things, and overall, he's done a really bunch of dumb things in his personal
Overall,
life.
he's just a really bad person.
But he does some great music, and he does some really great collaborations. The collaboration he did, I think, was with Kid Cudi when they did Kids See Ghosts. That was a fantastic rap album. One of my favorite albums of probably the last 10 years as far as rap albums go. So I'm really looking forward to Vultures. At least it's probably one I probably won't pick up on vinyl, but I'll at least stream it and check it out when it's released.
So my next one, again, no surprise, but Jeth Rell has announced there will be a new album in October. It hasn't been started yet. It'll probably be started in the next couple weeks here.
If they're going to release it in October, I mean, they're going to finish it by March or April to get it released in time.
That's usually their schedule, because they don't tour very much at the beginning of the year. They don't usually start touring until April.
Yeah.
And Ian Anderson's schedule is he gets up January 1st, 9 a.m., starts writing the album. Usually by the first week of February, the band has material that they're working on that he's given them, and they record thereafter. So October's not too bad. It's the same schedule they had for Rock Flute, and that came out in... When did that come out?
I think it was October, wasn't it?
No, it was earlier in the year.
Okay. It was like a spring,
it was a spring, so it was recorded off of the year before. But I don't think October's stretching it too much for them for that. And that's scheduled. And that, honestly, that could have been from last year. So he may have even done that January 1st stuff last year. Because he does it every year. That's his
routine.
His routine.
There's a couple of releases that, I'm not the biggest fan of these musicians, but I'm interested in their releases. So you got Mick Mars, The Other Side of Mars, coming out February 23rd. It's, of course, Mick Mars from Motley Crue. I've never listened to any of his solo stuff. I don't know if you have.
Does he have other solo stuff?
I'm not sure. I think he does.
I thought this was his first foray into solo work.
Regardless if he does or he doesn't, I'm interested in checking it out. I'm not the biggest Motley Crue fan. I'm interested to see what style of music he does with this. If this is earlier Motley Crue stuff versus it's probably not going to be anything like Motley Crue but I'm interested to see if he's more of a early Motley Crue guitar style or later Motley Crue guitar style.
And to be completely honest, and this is strictly my opinion, but I mean, he's probably the only real musician in the band anyway.
Yeah, because they said Nikki Sixx hasn't played for
hasn't played live for a long time. That being said, apparently the new material Motley Crue has been working on with their new guitarist is supposedly really good, but that's their opinion. Who knows? I feel like Motley Crue is the 80s version of the 70s version of Kiss. So they'll be, because they've already done the whole
final tour
and then they're back again. Kiss just did their 4th final tour, and they're already saying we're not done.
Yeah.
2 weeks after their last show. Just don't call it a final tour then. I mean, because you're just gouging. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, Mick Mars, I'm definitely curious to see what he has, in terms of new music.
Yeah, another one is Blue Electric Light by Lenny Kravitz. His new album comes out March 15th. I guess Lenny Kravitz is kind of the same way. Like, I love his
90s stuff,
late 90s, or really his 90s, early 2000s stuff. Really, since then, I've kind of lost track, but he's definitely someone I need to go back through and check out. So that one comes out in March. And then you've got the new Sum 41 album, Heaven and Hell, comes out. It's listed as Spring 24. Not really sure when that's going to come out. It's going to be the band's final album. And Sum 41 is an interesting band because I was never a big fan of their music either, but I've gotten more into their first couple of albums over the last probably year or so. So, it's another one of those albums I probably won't buy, or I might not buy when it comes out, but I'll stream it and check it out.
Just to see him. Yeah. So my next couple are speculative albums. I'm not sure if they're going to come out. There's been no announcements, but it's reasonable to assume that they might come out. And that would be Butter Miracle Suite 2 by Counting Crows.
Been waiting for that for 2 years now? 3 years?
Yeah, but there was never any guarantee that it was going to come out.
Yeah.
And Adam Duritz has said as much. But he said it is written. Whether or not it's been recorded, I don't know. But it is written. And I'm kind of hoping for a full-blown release, too. I wouldn't necessarily be happy with just the second part of the suite. I'd much rather have a full
release
LP,
together.
Yeah, a full album release. But I'll take whatever I can get. So that's one that's a speculative one that I'm excited about or hoping for. And another one is the band Wobbler. I'm really hoping they put a new album out because it'll be 4 years since their last album.
Yeah,
and their last album was fantastic. So I would hope that we can maybe get another fantastic album from them.
You think we'll see another Ozzy album this year?
Not this year, no. I have a feeling that there might be at least one or two more Ozzy albums in the near future.
Probably not till 2025, though.
I would think the next one would probably be 2025. And I don't suspect, if we get two more, I'd be shocked. But he's not going to tour anymore. He's not going to be able to tour anymore.
He's done with that.
And at that point, I think all he has left really is to record new albums. If he wants to continue, with his career, he could just retire. But if he wants to continue with his career, that's really all he's got. But he's also not in the best of health. So I think he's got two more good albums in him.
And then the last ones I've got on my list are along the same lines. I'm not sure if we're going to see any of these releases. The first one is one that I've talked about now this is the third year in a row I've talked about this album.
It's done. It's recorded.
We think it's recorded.
We think it is, yeah.
At least it has a name now. But I've been talking about this new album by The Cure for the last several years. So the name of it's going to be Songs from a Lost World. I'm not sure if it's going to come out this year. Hopefully we see a new album. I saw them tour last summer or this past summer. And I think they played at least 5 or 6 songs off of the new album, and they all sounded great. I was really impressed by the quality of those songs. So, like I said, hopefully we'll see a new album by The Cure because it's long overdue.
Yeah, I'm super excited for it when it does come out.
Yeah, and then there's also rumors that we might see a new Pearl Jam album this year, which, I loved Gigaton. I loved the Lightning Bolt, which album that came out before that. Those are the two albums that really kind of pulled me back into a lot of later Pearl Jam stuff that I just never gave a lot of attention to.
Which all of it's really good. I mean, it stands out, in my opinion. I think Lightning Bolt's a little bit better than Gigaton. But
yeah, I'd say that. I'd agree with that.
Their 2000s on stuff, like you said, it's kind of, we didn't really think about it anymore because it was, at that point they were pushing the classic rock label, being labeled under the classic rock canopy.
Yeah. You
stop thinking about it. But yeah, I think that... if they continue with their output, the quality of their output, I think it'll be exciting to see what they do. And Earthling by Eddie Vedder, his last solo album was fantastic.
Yeah.
So I think something to be really look forward to.
Yeah, I'd love to see something from them. It looks like we're getting a new David Gilmour album also, which I guess that has been announced for 2024.
Just at time of recording, recording is finished, so just a matter of the mastering and mixing process, which I don't know how long that takes. Some bands seem to be able to do it in a few months. Other bands take 2 years to do it.
Yeah, and then hopefully we'll get it sounds like we might get a new Roger Waters solo album this year too. So a lot of really good stuff to
hopefully new material. He should probably leave the old material alone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I think he's done with.
He's done with that. Okay.
So so definitely a couple of albums I'm looking forward to. Well, that's all you got for today, guys. Thanks for checking the show out. Make sure you drop us a comment down below. Let us know what albums you're looking forward to in 2024, because there's a ton of them. I mean, I was looking through over the release list earlier today, and like there's so many great albums that, at least potentially great albums, that I think could be coming out in 2024.
It'll be amazing to see at the end of the year what we couldn't even have imagined coming out.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure we'll at the end of the year, I'm sure we'll do our top 3, and at least several of those albums we talk about aren't even on the radar right now. But let us know what you guys think. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. That's all we got. Until next time.
Talk to y'all later.
Keep on spinning. Peace.